Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Turing Machine. I thought so far. Like Nightmare was interesting. Extreme, I played a few times and decided I don't like it as much as normal. Maybe with more experience, I would find normal starts to get too easy, even on hard mode. But for now, the extra complexity added by Nightmare is not, by Extreme anyway, is not really up my alley. And Nightmare. Ugh, I don't know. One of these days, maybe go back. But for now, I just wanted to do a normal hard mode game. But I thought I would switch from the default number of 5 verifiers down to 4. It's been a while since I played with 4 without like some weird modifier, and I wanted to see what like it should be equally hard, I think, but like I don't know. We'll see. So here's the code to play along if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna get started here. So what do we have? We have a parity check. No. More evens than odds, which doesn't correspond to parity. If there's a number present exactly twice. This one's also from hard, right? Yeah, specific color greater than 3. And the number one color compared to 4, huh? Huh. Well, so this is kind of interesting. I'm only going to be given explicit information about 2 numbers. Right? 2 colors. At most 2. Perhaps even just 1. Maybe this says yellow's greater than 3 and no. I mean, I guess that's not possible. The colors indicated by C and D must be different colors, because if they were the same color, then C would be, well, one of them would be redundant, either C or D, depending. Actually, I guess it would just be C. So one of the numbers were being given compared to 3, the other were being given compared to 4. And from that and these two, we have to piece together what the other number is. Huh. Well, okay. So the numbers C and D indicate, the colors they indicate, I don't think they can be the same number. Like, not only they can't be the same color, they can't have the same value. I think. Because, well, yeah. Because, like, okay, suppose that number were 4. Then they'd both be 4. And this would either tell me there's a pair, and this would definitely tell me, yes, if these two were the same, this would definitely tell me whatever number they are is the most prominent parity. And I would know the other number is, I wouldn't even know it's parity, right? It would be the same parity or different parity. And this would either tell me there is a pair. Well, I guess if this told me there were no pairs, then I could conclude that all 3 numbers are the same. If I somehow knew the other 2 were the same. But I don't think I could quite know that, right? Like, I assumed it for the purposes of this discussion, but I don't know that I could conclude it from inside of that world. Could I? Like, say yellow and blue were 4, and there were no pair. That would have to mean that all 4 of them were 4. What would these tell me in that case? Something's big, something's 4. There are no pairs, and there are more evens. More evens. That is not enough to uniquely determine the solution. Right? Because we could have 4, 4, 4, but we could also have like 2, 4, 5. Right? So I don't think these could possibly... I don't think two numbers could both be... The two numbers indicated by C and D, I don't think could both be 4. And the same applies for 5. Right? If I somehow knew they were both 5, then the only way I could narrow down the other number is if it said, oh yeah, there's no pairs, because actually there's a triple. But if that were the case, if all the numbers were 5, this would just tell me, yeah, this number's 5, another number's big. There's more odds than evens, and there's no pairs. But that allows 5, 5, 5, sure, but it also allows like 1, 4, 5. So I don't think the numbers indicated by C and D can have the same value, in addition to them not being able to be the same color. So given that though, I now know 2 of the numbers are different, I know we don't have a triple, because no triple could be solvable. And I know these two aren't, they're different. Less than 4 doesn't tell me very much, right? I wonder if it might not be possible for that to be what it tells me. Like if I know one number is big and one number is small, there's no way I can really narrow down. Is there? Because the third number would be so unconstrained. Even if I knew there were a pair. Yeah, I don't think that could be the case either. So I mean, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here. But I think D must be telling... Oh, whoops. I meant to cross these off. I think D must be telling me one number is 4, or that a number is greater than 4. And it has to be a different number than this one. So this is telling me 4 or greater. And this is either telling me 4 or 5. And furthermore, I know they must be different numbers. So it's telling me one number is 4 and one number is 5. Right? If I'm right about all of this. In which case... I don't think odd greater than even is possible. Because I would know I have a 4 and a 5. And then I'd need either a 1 or a 3, but there'd be no way to distinguish those for the third number. So I don't think this is possible. I think, in fact, we have more evens than odds. So we have a 4 and a 5, and the other number is either 2 or 4, based on whether there's a pair or not. Huh. The annoying thing is, I still have a ton of work to do, right? And I don't think I can get any further without asking all these verifiers some questions. Like, there's nothing D and C can tell me that will clarify B for me. Even if I had these both marked exactly, I would still need B to tell me whether the other number is 2 or 4. So I have to ask B. And even if I knew B, it wouldn't help me narrow down C and D at all, right? Because I forgot how that sentence started. Yeah, if I knew B, it wouldn't help me with C and D. Because I need... Yeah. Okay, well, I think this is kind of just like some grunt work to finish the puzzle then. Is there some efficient way to ask questions of D and C that minimizes the number of questions asked? I don't really think there's anything that great. Just like ask 3, 4, 5 or something in some arbitrary order. That's in 2 sections here and 2 sections here. I think that's the best we can really do. Okay, well, let's start with B, since we know we definitely need to ask B at some point, whether there's a pair. Yes. So the third number is 4, then. I guess we can do some kind of funny stuff here. We can say... nothing, I mean, right? Like... everything is either 5 or 4, and there are 2 4s. Oh, I guess, well... if I... no. I still can't narrow things down any quicker than just asking D and C here. Okay. So what do you think, D? D says no. So it's not checking that blue... well, okay, it might be checking anything about blue. It's not checking that yellow is 4. It's not checking that purple is 5. Fine. But I still have to ask C. Oh! Okay, that's pretty helpful. C is no. Which means it doesn't care for yellow or purple being greater than 3. So in fact, it's checking that blue is greater than 3. Wait, am I stupid? No, this is right. The funny thing is, we know all the numbers are greater than 3, but we still had to ask C which one it cares about. Okay. Because I need to disentangle the 3 colors. Okay, so we know... Okay, this is kind of cool. We know this can't be looking at blue, and so we can verify it by just asking D a single question, right? Do you care about purple being 4 or yellow being 5? Oh, wait. I don't need to ask that question either. Because in both cases, purple's 4 and... Oh, wait, no. I do need to. Blue is the other one. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Wait. So I know blue is big. But I don't know if it's 4 or 5. Do I? No. Because if I learn that purple must be 4, then I'll know blue is 5, and furthermore, yellow is also 4, because it's got to be a pair and even. So if purple is 4, blue is 5. If yellow is 5, then blue is 4. But doesn't that mean purple is 4 either way? Am I crazy? If purple is 4, then obviously purple is 4. We need to go no further. If yellow is greater than 4, then it's 5, and the other 2 numbers are 4. Yeah, so purple is 4. We don't know that that's what this is checking for, but for what it's worth, purple is 4. I need to disambiguate these 2, and that's what this question is for. Right? If it's checking that yellow is greater than 4, what is the code? The code is 454. If it's checking that purple is 4, then the code is 544. Yeah, so I do have to distinguish. Okay, well, let's just ask a question where purple is 4 and everything else is small. 114, say. And that tells me which of these groups it's in. No. So it must be this. And it's possible that some of the early deductions I made before talking to any of the verifiers were wrong. But I don't think they are. So yellow is greater than 4, which means it's 5. And there's a pair and more evens than odds, so it must be this. I think that's right. Just punch that in. The code is not 114. It's 454. Nope, I lose the game. Okay, great. So probably the problem is that one of the... Oh, shoot. B was checking that there's no pair, not that there is a pair. I wrote this down wrong somehow. Or I wrote the right thing down. No pair. Doesn't that mean the last one is 2? And I just got that wrong? Let me just double check what B said. B said yes, there should be no pair. Okay. But okay, so really I was supposed to have said the purple one Purple was supposed to be 2, right? I'll go try again. 452. That's the correct code. Okay, I just forgot what B was saying. And like, I don't know. When I wrote down the note, I wrote the right thing down, but I internalized it incorrectly. It said yes. So that's the problem. There was a check mark. And this was checking either no pair or yes pair. And it said yes. So I was like, aha, yes pair. And I sort of got confused. What it was saying was, you're correct, there is no pair. And I just had the wrong... Okay, well, so I lost the game, but for a fairly trivial reason, and I don't mind allowing myself an undo there. Because all the deductions were right, and they were independent. My incorrectness about B didn't cause me to do anything wrong except input the final code. So once it told me the code is wrong, I went back and was like, oh yeah, I misunderstood B. Sure. Obviously, in a group at a table with real people, I would not be giving myself or arguing for an undo. I liked this puzzle. This was a nice one because of just like how much you could tell ahead of time, I thought. It was a little bit annoying that what I ended up being able to tell was that, yes, you definitely need to talk to all of these, and they're all independent. Well, mostly. These two are a little bit linked, and that did end up helping. When I got lucky and hit this on my first guess, that did help. You would expect to be stuck in one of these categories. Like I was... Twice as often, you'll hit 2 of the criteria, then you'll hit 1. I got lucky and hit just 1. And that made it easier to narrow this down. I easily could have taken 5 questions if I'd just been a little less lucky. Still, I don't know. It was kind of cool figuring out like how that the code had a 4 and a 5, and that these two would tell me what the last digit was. I liked that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.